Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel, History Books. I'm Camilla, and today I'm bringing you my July TBR. Actually, not TBR. Rewind. I'm welcoming you to my July pile of possibilities. So we are very early in June as I'm filming this because in a few days we're heading out for a couple weeks. We won't be home, and I just thought I would film this early. And I tried to pick only 5 books. You know, that was my goal this year, even though I've wildly gone over. But still, 5 books a month I'm happy with. But then I started getting out of control because I was like, what about this book and this book? I know this book I might read a little, but I won't finish it. And this book, maybe this book I'll get to. So here we are with a pile of possibilities because there are more than 5 picks. But let's get through them and see, what I might get onto in July. So the first book that I think that if I don't start it in July, and by that I mean I'll probably start in June, I'll be finishing it in July, and that is All That She Carried, The Journey of Ashley Sack, A Black Family's Keepsake by Tia Miles. This is currently shortlisted for the Women's Prize for Nonfiction 2024. The winner hasn't been announced yet, so I don't know if this has won or not. But this was one of the books I was most interested in, so happy to have seen it on the short list. And my hold from the library came in. I did talk to the librarian and they actually agreed to give me this until I'm back from holiday. That's great. Make friends with your librarian. So I'm pleased to have it until July. If no one calls it, then I'll have it through July as well, because I don't think that I'll be finishing this in the next few weeks while I'm on leave. I will take it with me. That's why I'm saying I'm going to start it. But I'm currently reading Eve by Kat Bohannon, which is from the long list of the Women's Prize for Nonfiction. So this will have to wait until I'm hopefully done the other one. And I'm sure I'm something like 40 pages into the other one. So it might be a while. But I'm excited to get to this. And if I have to return in July, I'll put my name again. And hopefully I get it back later in July and get to it in August. But this is one of the ones I'm hoping to get to next month. I also have 2 audio holds from the library that are supposed to come in July, so I'm kind of keeping an eye out for them. The first one is Burnham Wood by Eleanor Catton. I actually had, it's a bit shameful to discuss this, I actually had an e-arc of this book because I really thought I was going to get longlisted for last year's prize, so I requested it, started reading it, and then it wasn't longlisted, and I got on to reading the long list from last year, so I never got to it. But my library has the audiobook now, so I've requested it and I'm waiting for it. It should be coming to me in early to mid-July, so I'm excited to get to it and see, what it's about. I had started it, so I know the beginning of it, but it'll be good to get back into it because it's been a while since I started it in early 2023. The second one is Good Material by Dolly Alderton. I'm quite a fan of Dolly Alderton, actually, of her nonfiction and her fiction. So yeah, when I saw this one, I requested it. I think I've been on hold for a few months. So yeah, once I get it, I'll listen to it. And I'm hoping it'll be good. Have realized recently that sometimes with these new contemporary, I feel like the vibe of the narrators make a big difference for me, especially right now when I've been really busy and doing a lot less audiobooks than usual. So yeah, hopefully I gel with it. We'll see if I actually read it or not, but I'm excited for it anyway. So we'll see. Another audio that I'm hoping to get to is The Twilight Garden by Sarah Nisha Adams. This is a similar situation where I'd requested the e-arc of this book because I love Sarah Nisha Adams' debut, The Reading List. I discussed this on this channel a few years ago. I think it came out in 2021 or 2022. I loved it, and then so I requested and I started it, but I never finished it. So I got now an audio, so I'll be hoping to listen to it in July. And then we are at the other books. The books I'm I'll see if I'm in the mood for, if I have time for. The first one is The Austen Girls by Lucy Worsley. This is for Jane Austen July. I haven't been looking at the announcement for the readathon. Sorry, it has a really nice kind of cover. So I don't know what the themes are. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try when I finally get out of my kind of really head down work and PhD and everything. I'm going to catch up on it. But I purchased this earlier this year because I had a gift card from work. So I did a bit of a haul from the bookshop, ordered lots of books, and this one sort of fitted in my budget, and I was kind of interested in reading Lucy Worsley for a while, and I haven't done one, so I got this one. So it's meant to be about Jane Austen's nieces, and basically what the future might hold for them. It says, would she ever find a real-life husband? Would she ever find a partner to dance with at tonight's ball? Anna Austen knows she has to marry rich. Her future happiness depends on it. While her cousin Fanny has more choice, she too is under pressure to find a suitor. I don't know more about it. I was kind of intrigued and I'm keen to read it. We'll see if I have time and the kind of the mental space for it, but if not, I might see about rereading one of Jane Austen's books, but I'll see in the kind of themes of this year's readathon about what we're supposed to be doing and see if I can squeeze in something from that. But it's a bit early for me right now and I haven't had the mental headspace to kind of make plans, so I thought I'd grab this one because it's been on my pile of books. I have a pile of books on my bedside, which is like the books I'm currently kind of dipping in, and then I have one on the dresser which is a pile of like, when I finish one of the pile from the dresser goes onto the bedside table. So I feel like this one might transfer over soon. Next is basically for the Read Good Challenge hosted by Ben Read Good. I believe the theme for July is to read work in translation. So I have two here that I'm keen to get to. One of them has been on my bedside table and the other one's on the dresser. So it tells you that I want to get to them soon. Both of these I kind of want to read like just relaxing and stuff, so it's usually more of a holiday book. But yeah, so the one is Before Your Memory Fades by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. This is the third or fourth one in the series. I love these books. They're very kind of straightforward writing, but I always get very emotional and I'm just enjoying the stories. I don't know really where it's going, if it's ever gonna end, but I'm in for it. So I will read this one at some point. I'm quite keen, and yeah, July could be a good month for it. Or I might pick up instead, or as well, again, we'll see how things go, is I Want to Die, But I Want to Eat Tteokbokki by Baek Se-hee and translated by Anton Her. And this is a kind of Korean, I think it's non-fiction actually. It says Conversation with My Psychiatrist. And I'm just very intrigued by this book, by this cover, by this title. I'm just really interested by it. So that's why I bought it. It was also part of my haul from the same as this one. And yeah, I'm quite keen for it. My husband keeps still seeing the title and be like, what's going on with that book? Oh yeah, here, part memoir, part self-help. This is a book to keep close and to reach for in times of darkness. But I'm very keen to read this. Good one translation, might get to it. Yeah, so I'm quite keen with all of these. And the last book I wanted to mention is The Secret History by Donna Tartt. And I want to mention it because, story time. So the day before we flew, our flight was really early. And so we went to the airport the day before to drop off our bags, because that's allowed for certain flights. Anyway, so I packed books, but they were in the luggage. So I was like, oh. So the night that we went to sleep, and I was like, well, I want to read. I like to read before going to bed, and that helps me relax. So this was on the pile on the dresser, because this is one of the books that I want to reread this year. It's kind of one of my very few goals for 2024. And I just picked it up and I was like, oh, I'll read a couple pages. I've read this before. You know, it's fine. So I started reading a couple pages. Actually, I'm 16 pages in, but I love this book. This is my favorite Donna Tartt. I read this many years ago now, and I was quite keen to revisit it now that it's been a few years and I've read the other two. But yeah, I just started it and I was like, oh, I can't believe I can't take this on holiday with me now. But I've come back from holiday and I have so many other books to read, and you know, good to keep new books going on as well. But I might dip in and out of this one if I have the time or the headspace for it, because yeah, I want to at some point, I don't know if it'll be later in the summer or in the autumn, where I want to properly sit down with this, even if it takes me a whole month to read it. I'm quite keen to get back to it. It is just over 600 pages, but yeah, I just love it so much. So I look forward to reading it when I know exactly what's coming, because I feel like it's a different reading experience as well. But yeah, so that's my beautiful pile. Oh, wrong side. my beautiful pile of possibilities, plus a couple audiobooks, obviously, as always. And I'm excited for July, because I feel like July I will be on sort of break from PhD, on like mind holiday, and housewife will be, hopefully, if things go well this week and the next week, will be hopefully in less of a rush with the house. So I'm hoping that I can have a more relaxed time just generally, and that goes with reading as well, like not trying to read all the book prizes. So I'm quite keen. I look forward to seeing what July brings, but again, we are only early June as I'm filming this, so I'm going to focus on the next few weeks first. But when this comes, live, I hope that you enjoy my pile of possibilities. Let me know if you've read any of these, or if you think that I should start with one of these, maybe out of the 2 Asian books, which one you think I should actually prioritize for the month of July for my reading and translation, challenge. And if you've made plans, let me know as well. What are you picking up for Jane Austen July? Are you reading a new one to you, or picking up, a little modern take or research on it? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to follow and to like. That is always such encouragement, especially as I've been, struggling to keep up with myself a little bit, but it's all so worth it, especially when I get comments that, I'm still reaching out to people. So it feels great. So thank you so much for your continued, I guess that's the correct word, continued watching and encouragement. And as always, the hasty back. Bye.